From 5 News, I'm meteorologist Stephen Elmore. This is your 5+ extended forecast. Rain chances are expected to pick up for the end of the weekend, specifically Sunday evening, late in the evening, going into Monday morning. Now, Monday, we're expecting widespread showers throughout the evening on Saturday, mainly just scattered showers. Monday holds a little bit of a higher risk for some isolated thunderstorms here and there. I think our greatest concern is going to be the chances for some strong winds. We do have that level 1 marginal risk for Monday midday between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. right in the middle of the day, expecting a weak line of thunderstorms to come through. Could produce some stronger winds. Overall, just some much needed rainfall. After that, really the rest of this forecast and into next week, what we're going to be talking about is some very cold air coming late in the week. Some days for you, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, or excuse me, this upcoming work week and heading into next weekend. That's when we're expecting some very cold air where we could see temperatures coming in below freezing territory by the time we get late into this upcoming work week. Until then, not too bad of a Sunday. Daytime highs right around those low 50s across northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Actually, some wind coming up from the south is going to make Sunday, throughout most of the day, not too bad. Temperatures a little bit warmer, actually, than what we had for today. Upper 60s, low 70s. Expecting more cloud coverage to build in once we get into the afternoon, into the evening hours. Daytime highs for your Sunday, midday, not too bad. Again, extra cloud coverage. Still going to see peaks of sunshine. That cloud coverage really doesn't start to build in until late into the evening on Sunday. Upper 60s and low 70s across northwest Arkansas, across the River Valley, into those low 70s for tomorrow. Some mid 70s we could even see. Temperatures still considered above average for the end of the weekend, and those rain chances don't come in until we get late into the evening. So with those rain chances, you will see them pop up on Sunday anytime really after 6 p.m. I think is when we could really see some of those scattered showers. Monday, though, throughout the day, though, we are expecting to see some widespread showers. We could even see a few isolated thunderstorms that could be strong. I can't rule out maybe even a severe thunderstorm on Monday as well. Right around the midday is when we're targeting. But that cold front's going to come in. It's going to wipe out that cloud coverage. It's also going to filter in some cooler air. What we're going to be talking about is a weather phenomenon where we see a cold front come in, bringing in some cooler air, but then also we get what's called a secondary front to come in. That's going to bring in the cold air. So the first one clears out the cloud coverage. It's also going to bring that rain to start off with, and then clear that cloud coverage out. Secondary cold front comes in, and that's what's going to bring in the cold air from Canada. That's going to result in temperatures potentially below freezing later on this week. Futurecast shows for tomorrow throughout the morning hours, cloud coverage building in. It might be a cloudy start to your Monday or your Sunday, and throughout the day on Sunday, we could see a peak of sunshine here or there, but really expecting cloud coverage to build throughout the day. Once we get into the evening hours, scattered showers are expected to start across the River Valley before working north into northwest Arkansas, and then really the rest of your Sunday evening looks like this. We could see scattered showers across the region. It's not until Monday, though, is when we're expecting those widespread showers. This is what it looks like from the Storm Prediction Center when it comes to Monday. A level 1 marginal risk is expected. Really, when we see these marginal risks, our greatest concerns is that an isolated thunderstorm could produce some stronger winds. But when it comes to the level of severity, it's the lowest end that we have. So not expecting much in widespread territory of those strong to severe thunderstorms. Really only going to look out for a few cells here and there that have the chances of crossing over into the severe limit. That level 2 slight risk is well off towards the west, southern Oklahoma into northern Texas. Expected to see a majority of the potential for some severe weather. When we look at Futurecast for Monday of what we should expect when it comes to the chances of some strong thunderstorms, again, midday, kind of an odd timing for this, is when we're expecting to see that line of thunderstorms to come in. Around midday, Futurecast has a line of thunderstorms expected to move through eastern Oklahoma. By the time we get to lunchtime on Monday, expecting those widespread showers across northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. This is where we'll have the greatest chance of seeing some of those strong winds before that line of thunderstorms pushes off towards the east, and by the time we get overnight into Tuesday morning, mainly looking at clear skies. Again, that cold front, that first one, is not only going to bring the rain chances and the chances for some storms, but it's also going to clear out that cloud coverage. The secondary front is what's bringing the cold air. Here's a look at what you need to know ahead of Monday. Midday is the timing for this. Anywhere around those the lunchtime hours is when we're expecting to see the majority of that timeline for the chances of some strong winds and also that rain as well. Could see some heavy downpours at some times. Again, that's why we have that level 1 marginal risk. Low end severe risk, but not zero. If we do get one of those isolated thunderstorms to pop, we could have some strong damaging winds in store for us. Don't want to be overly concerned though, because again, it's the lowest end of severe risk that we have. When it comes to preparing ahead of Monday, just be cautious that this is coming during the midday hours. So if you are planning on being work, kids are at school on Monday, could have some thunderstorms during the day, could have a severe thunderstorm warning during the day as well. We'll be here at 5 News tracking those storms just in case we have a few try to cross over into the severe limit. Again, looking right at the midday hours for that. By the time we get to the evening, mainly looking at clearing skies, especially by the time we get to the overnight hours. When it comes to that secondary front, that comes in by the time we get to Tuesday into Wednesday, clearing out that cloud coverage already. Now the cold air is coming in, and temperatures in the morning hours between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this upcoming week look to be either below the freezing limit at 32 degrees or just above it slightly, anywhere between 32 to 35 across the river valley. Wind chill values are going to be much colder than that. We could see those wind chill values into the upper 20s and low 30s to end this upcoming work week. So be prepared for that aspect as well. We're going from a very nice weekend that we're having this weekend with temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Lots of sunshine for today, not as much for tomorrow, but the cold air is what we have to prepare for later on this week. Morning temperatures throughout this upcoming work week. Again, Monday when we have that rain, it's going to be nice in the morning hours. Tuesday start to get that cooler air. Then that secondary cold front comes in Tuesday into Wednesday. And then look at these temperatures across northwest Arkansas to end the work week. Wednesday, Thursday, I think Wednesday we stay above the freezing limit, but Thursday and Friday to end this upcoming work week, temperatures are expected to start off below the freezing limit, and wind chill values are going to be much cooler than that. By the time we get to the weekend, we start to warm up just a bit, but still starting off into those mid-30s. Across the river valley, nice going into the work week outside of the rain chances. Again, that's going to bring in some cooler air initially. That secondary cold front comes in by the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday. And here's what we talk about when we're close, if not just slightly above, the freezing point. I think across the river valley, we have some very chilly mornings. When it comes to a widespread freeze, though, may have to wait just a little bit longer before we get that cold outside. Temperature range right around those mid to upper 30s to end this upcoming work week. Northwest Arkansas over the next 7 days. Again, temperature is going to be nice and comfortable for our Sunday. Expecting to see scattered showers once we get into the evening hours. Monday is when we're expecting widespread showers throughout the day. I think we could see an isolated thunderstorm sometime during the midday on Monday. Tuesday, expected to see lots of sunshine come through. Again, that first cold front's going to clear out that cloud coverage. Daytime highs still into the mid-60s. Once we get later into the work week, though, that secondary cold front comes in, and that's where we're talking about much cooler air. In the morning hours, I think we could see temperatures below freezing anywhere between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wind chill value is going to be much cooler than that. And those daytime highs, unfortunately, only into the upper 40s and low 50s this late week. Now, by the time we get to next weekend, still going to be noticeably cooler, but it will start a warming trend as we get to the weekend before Thanksgiving. If you're planning on traveling this upcoming Saturday or even Sunday, it looks okay right now. I think by the time we get to next week, we could be talking about another system coming in. We'll have to wait and see what that's going to track out to look like. When it comes to this cold blast of air, we've talked about it a few times this past week of the chances of precipitation. Good news is we're trending the right way. I think right now we stay dry for the end of the week. Nothing in the way of any freezing precipitation, but some much cooler air should be expected. Prepare for temperatures to be below freezing, at least feeling like it later on this upcoming work week. Across the river valley, overall nice end to the weekend for Sunday. Daytime highs into those low 70s. We are going to see mostly cloudy skies, though, especially into the evening hours. I think we could see a few stray showers late into the evening across the river valley on Sunday. Monday is when we're looking out for the chances of widespread showers throughout the day. And an isolated thunderstorm can't be ruled out either. When it comes to an isolated thunderstorm, I think our greatest threat is going to be the chances for some strong damaging winds. Of course, if we get a isolated thunderstorm to produce wind gusts around 60 miles per hour. That would prompt a severe thunderstorm warning. Can't be ruled out by the time we get to the start of the week. Tuesday looks nice, though. That cooler air hasn't arrived just yet. Overall, expecting to see clearing throughout the day. Sunshine breaks out, and then the rest of the week, we have to worry about the cooler air. Across the river valley, I think we have a better chance of staying above the freezing point Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right around those mid to upper 30s. Wind chill values, what it feels like outside, though, it will feel like it will be below freezing with the help of some northwest winds. Good news is we get some sunshine during the day, so all you have to worry about is bringing that coat in the morning hours, starting that car a little bit early in the morning, because by the time we get to the afternoon, sunshine will break out and temperatures will top out into those mid to upper 50s. So not too bad when it comes to the afternoon. It's the morning hours that are going to be really a pain later on this week. By the time we get to next weekend, temperature range right around those low to mid 60s, expecting some sunshine to break out. So another work week where we're starting off pretty active, where we could see some isolated thunderstorms on Monday. Some scattered showers throughout the day could produce a strong storm. We'll be here watching that just in case. When it comes to preparing ahead of Monday, it's an odd time. It's coming during the middle of the day, so prepare for that if you're going out for that lunch break or you got those kiddos in school. It will be full with some rain during the recess time. Could hear a rumble of thunder here and there. Of course, we'll watch out to see if there's enough energy to see if there's a strong storm. Tuesday looks like the best day this week with some sunshine breaking out, still some warmer air, and the rest of the week, bundle up, especially in the morning hours. Daytime highs going to be much cooler as well. From 5 News, I'm meteorologist Stephen Elmore. That's your 5 Plus extended forecast.